Now it's time to move on and look at good things happening on the continent and across the globe. I'm talking about good news.
Good news.
Good news.
Good news.
Good news.
Now, for the first good news today, we're looking at a woman who has actually created an online marketplace for black owned businesses. Well, her name is Denise Harris, and she's created My Excalibris. I think it would be good if I spelled the name because probably how it's spelled is different from the way I'm pronouncing it. But literally, it's my X, so MyExcalibur, then XYZ. I'm trying to find a way to put the XYZ at the end together, but like my Excalibur caliber XYZ or something. Just you can type that in and find it. When I find how it's pronounced properly, I think we'll put it out there. But she's created this is a platform where black-owned business can actually come and then sell, make profits, make investments. You find everything black-owned on that platform, and it's basically to create easy as more like accessibility. You want a place where you can find, okay, I want to buy this, I want to buy that, but then I also want to make sure that everything I'm purchasing or patronizing is coming from a black owned business or something. So you can go to my Excalibris where you find everything black owned businesses. Now, Denise was actually inspired by the first self made African American or female millionaire. We're talking about Madame C.J. Walker. And I mean, she took her inspiration from this one, decided that, look, I can set something up, something that can help my people grow, something that can help my people thrive. And she believes that the black community needs to grow. She believes the black community needs to thrive. And it's something that we need to empower ourselves to keep going on the right level. So, actually, in an effort to have black companies, families, and organizations thrive in the community, Harris created the My Excalibur platform, and this is going to support black-owned businesses and those not only in Kentucky but in all around the country. Now, her priority is to elevate the process, the presence, and the positioning of My Excalibur so that it works to collectively display items that are created by black owners. This whole thing is also tying down and stemming to the whole Black Lives Matter thing. That's why sometimes we keep bringing you stories like this, telling you about platforms like this so that you can actually start moving on to black owned, supported because the money then stays within. And the where the money is actually staying within, the power stays within. So then you can reduce certain incidences because now if the economic power is there, it's also going to have certain impacts, certain implications, and it might tilt the balance in a way. So we should always do well to support our own, what is ours, and what is coming from ours. Well, so that's the first good news for today. Now moving on to the second and then like the last good news for today. And this is an academy that was set up by a former police officer. He's simply training teens, black teens, on how to survive. And I feel this was super important, especially with looking at what is still happening. There's been so much protest, so many protests on Black Lives Matter, Black Lives this, and mothers are worried when their sons step out of the house. Wives are disturbed when their husbands go out of the house, and children are in so much agony and just praying that their fathers would return, that their mothers would return, that their family members, their uncles, their aunties, their brothers and sisters will be fine when they step out there because we all know what is happening. The least incident and then somebody is gunned down. So I think this was super important. I'm happy he being a former police officer is training the youth and is trying to teach them to stay off the wrong course and stay on the right path. He's teaching them how to behave when they come into contact with police officers. Now, he is actually more like using the experience he garnered while being a police officer and then being able to transfer it to them. He does this actually in an interesting way. It's more like a chess board game. So we're learning how to play chess, but then we're using it to actually solve a problem that we're facing. So you do this, you do that, you don't do this, you don't do that. So he teaches the people in person And using the chessboard, he's telling them that every move you make, whether it's playing the game or whether it's living as a contributing citizen, there is a corresponding positive or negative consequence. Now, this is going to shape and mold the attitude, the thoughts, the mind parting of these teens. So they know that, okay, if I run, it's sending the wrong signals. Or if I do this, or if I reach for a gun, if he's teaching them both the positive, what your actions bring about is going to bring a negative response, going to bring a positive response. He just let them know that, and he's doing it through a creative way, chessboard. So I think it's good when we always empower our children, let them know that, hey, this is the situation on the ground. This is more like one of the talks, but it goes beyond the talks. It's like trying to tell you to survive. So you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to do this. If you keep doing this, this might happen. If you do this, that might happen. So I'm really happy that he's actually doing this. And it's the academy is called Be Someone. Be Someone. Be Someone. His name is Orrin C. Hudson. Orrin C. Hudson. And he was an American state trooper for 7 years before he actually moved from that place. Well, that's all we have for you on Good News for today. Don't forget, you can always head over to our website and you get very interesting and great stories happening both on the continent and outside the continent over there.